Hello! You're watching Michael's Basement Review. Brought to you by GeekMontreal.com. Okay, Excelsior! This episode here, we're not going to do much silliness. We're just going to talk about comic books, since I want to do that. So we'll get right into it with Action Comics 868. Now, you all know I've been following the series regularly. This is the part 3 of Brainiac. This is just amazing. What I really like in the series is that the supporting cast really has a predominant role in the book, and the art as well is beyond. It's just gorgeous. You can actually see the facial expressions. Like, you can really get a taste. Like, you have the characters feeling fear or pride or anger, and it's just brought out beautifully. And the story flow is great. I've never seen Brainiac feel so ruthless, and you know, he's just cold and he's terrifying. And for a first time in a long time, you're like, how's Superman going to get out of this? And that's the question you don't really ask yourself when you're reading Superman books, because he's Superman. You know, it's like, wow. But Jeff Johns is doing some great work on Action Comics. If you're not on board, I would recommend trying to catch up, because this series is going to, after this storyline is done, it's going to take place with the new Kryptonian arc, and apparently that's like going to be the big mega event for Superman. Even if you're not a Superman fan, I still recommend the Brainiac story arc. You'll really enjoy it. And yeah, pick it up, man. Pick it up. Batman 679, R.I.P. I forget what part, but this, we're getting answers. This is really Grant Morrison it's paid off, which is great, because the payoff is great. It's great. Great. Apparently, Batman made a defense mechanism. If someone was ever to invade his mind and do some psychology warfare, he would have this new persona take over him, and that would be Batman Aram. I can't pronounce it, so but whatever. It's the guy that's running around with the very colorful Batman suit, and there's really a lot of cool scenes in here. And I like the part where he's sitting on the city porch, and he's talking to the city, and the city's explaining him how it builds people and how it made Batman. I found it very reminiscent of the Invisibles from Grant Morrison's earlier works. So I was very confused at the beginning, very interested, and now it's actually paying off, and it's becoming quite a good storyline. Batmite's there, and it's only Bruce Wayne who can see them. And then after that, Robin's getting the Squire and what's his other guy's name? Squire and the Knight, and he's going to bring in all the other Batmans from around the world, which I liked in that murder mystery storyline. So it should be really good fun. Check it out.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby and get ourselves a snack.
And we're back! Okay, Secret Invasion 5. Finally, we got the conclusion of the first arc where nothing kind of happened. So I'm looking forward to 6. It's still a really good story. It's fun to read, but it's just too many one-liners. And but 6 is going to look good. Okay, Secret Invasion time. Thor, very good. I like how Loki is playing a little mischievous guy, and Beta Ray Bill's back. Art really good. Fraction really doing some good notes. Keeps the story moving. Runway's Young Avengers. We're learning more about the Skrulls, Xavier, and God, I forget his name. More of their heritage and what they meant to what they were like before the Empire. And this is good time for Secret Invasion. Ooh, spoiler! Black Bolt's alive, so we're gonna find out what happens to him. Okay, and we have Secret Invasion, Captain Britain, and MI-13, number 4. It wraps up the conclusion. Wondering how it's going to hold up without the Secret Invasion tie-in. I really enjoyed it. Enjoyed the dialogue. Enjoyed the pacing. So I'll check it out in the next issue. The next time it comes out. Maybe or maybe not. Will I buy it? Secret Invasion X-Men. This is just very simple stuff. Aliens come in. X-Men are there, and they fight. Not as great as the other Secret Invasion tie-ins, because at least the other ones, they add a little something extra than just a basic fight. So, you can pass on this one. Fantastic Four 559. This is great. Miller's really hitting it out of the park again. And the last page is, you go, whoa, shit. And I like how, you know what, and there's a fight there with Johnny Storm, and Johnny Storm's a badass. He's always viewed as the weak guy, so it's nice to see him like kicking some ass. Meh. Amazing Spider-Man 567. Meh. The Walking Dead, number 51. What makes The Walking Dead so good is that it is not a zombie story. It is how would a society react in a world full of zombies? And we see our hero Rick going through some troubled times. He, I don't want to spoil too much, but you know, spoilers. He is imaginary in a phone call, and he thinks that another people are trying to reach him, and he finds out that it's his wife who died recently, and he's using the schizophrenic episode to forgive himself for letting his family down. I mean, he did the best he could. It wasn't his fault, these crazy other people, but he still feels responsible. And then at the end of this, he realizes that it's all in his head. And this phone that he keeps thinking that's ringing, he talks to his dead wife. And he finally realized that he has to leave where he's at because there's no more food. And at the end of the issue, he just grabs the phone and puts it in his backpack. And he's like, you know what? I'm crazy. I'm going to go roll with it. And, you know, and it just shows how people, like, you know, in a zombie film, you know, you always wonder what happens afterwards. The zombies are still there. They just survived that incident. So now you really get a taste of what it would be like if these people were continually living in this world full of zombies. And you know what, I wouldn't be surprised if Rick eventually dies. He's the star of the book, but Kirkman's been killing off everybody. And that's what makes the book so good, because you just don't know what's going to happen. And it's one of those refreshing reads that it's such a joy to get this every month. I rip into it right away. So I really strongly endorse The Walking Dead. Check it out. And you know what, that was a lot. We got through it. Be sure to check out geekmontreal.com or leave a comment below the YouTube, whatever. Peace!